Hello, welcome back to Mrs. Hewitt's Spelling at Home. I've got some new root words for you to play with this week, and today we are going to start with this one, point. Okay, so that is a free morpheme because it is a word by itself, so you could just use the word point on its own. It doesn't have to be attached to anything. And point comes from Old French pointier, which means to prick or stab. It's originally from the Latin pungere and punctum, which meant like a small hole. So the word puncture actually comes from the same root as all the words that have point in them as well. They're from the same thing. Think about a puncture being caused by a tiny point, a tiny small hole. In Latin, they're from the same thing. Okay, so I'm going to show you your morpheme frame and a quick reminder on how these work. You need to start this side, build the words. You may start here. You don't always have to start over here. You could start here or start here, but always going across the grid in that direction, okay? And you can't jump any columns. And you need to be careful down here today because we've got a special spelling rule to do with that Y, okay? So see if you can spot that and then I'll go through that with you afterwards. So you can pause the video and have a good look at that and see which word sums you can build. Okay, let's see how you did. Now again, there were loads and loads of words that you could build from these, and I haven't done them all at all because that would take a long time. But just so you can get an idea, and so you can see if you've got these. So I have done point, add ing, which has made pointing. Okay, so that's quite simple, point used as a verb. So I am pointing, he is pointing to show the way. We've got dis, at, point, which makes disappoint. This is a word that lots of people do spell wrong. You get confused about if there's going to be one S, two P's, two S's, how many S's, how many P's. Okay, but if you can remember how we've built it up, so we have dis as our prefix. Dis is always only with one S. Okay, you only get a double S if you're attaching it to something that starts with an S. So we've got dis, we've got ap, which is the prefix meaning to, comes from the same as add, ap, and then point, and that's why we get the two P's. So we've got dis, ap, point. Okay, so disappointed, disappoint. We've got pointless, something a bit pointless, there's no point to it. Appointment. Okay, again, that's a word that lots of children might struggle with because you say I'm going for an appointment, I've got an appointment here, appointment there. Don't often think of it having that word pointing or appointment. Two P's for appointment. And then here we've got our special orange box here because pointy, which is obviously an adjective to describe something, is a bit pointy. And then we've got pointiest. It's like the pointiest pencil. But you can see that this Y changes to an I. Okay, so if we're saying pointiest, this Y changes to an I. And that's to do with there being a vowel suffix starting with a vowel. Okay, so we've got both of them here. So pointier and pointiest, that Y would change to an I. That's a spelling rule, again, which you would use across other words as well, like happy and happiest, that Y would change. Okay, so it's an important one to remember because that is one of our spelling rules. So have a good look at them and see what you've got. Remember, dis means not. Okay, think about being disappointed, feeling like there's really not much point to it. Okay, so that's where that's come from. And obviously reappoint, didn't do that word, reappoint, meaning again. So if you're going to reappoint, you're going to appoint somebody again. You're going to do that again. Okay, so your job now is to go away and try and use some of those words in the right way in a sentence. So maybe pick 2 or 3 of the words that you chose. Definitely practice spelling disappointment because that is a key word for us that we need to learn, especially in Key Stage 2. Disappointment, that's one of your key words, all right? So have fun writing your sentences. See if you can make the longest sentence, the most interesting sentence, and I'll see you back again tomorrow with a new root word. Bye!